I don't care who found this video. I don't care who's watching right now. But this is a story that I think you will want to hear, that this might just change how you view yourself. Growing up, I've always been very insecure about myself. I never felt good about who I was, being in my own skin, especially when I was going to places with my family or even just public pools or something that would be on public. I always felt very uncomfortable not being me and always felt ashamed of who I was, especially struggling with social anxiety and always being isolated in my room, not having good habits, especially just this one particular habit that definitely was destroying me. That thing I'm talking about is something I generally didn't want to talk about. I felt just afraid to even record because I would think about recording it and never really knew exactly when to do it. And today, bro, that thing is I actually struggled with an eating disorder because I hated who I was. Whenever I went out in public, I felt so ashamed of my body. I felt ashamed of who I was because I remember just being this chubby kid. I just felt that being who I was, being big or like bigger as a kid, I just felt unloved. I didn't feel good enough. I felt like just being that way is something I hated to be. And I developed something called bulimia, which is not good. And if you're struggling with that, I really do recommend finding some professional help for that issue. But growing up, I struggled with that issue because of that fear of loving myself. And I even remember going to a public pool when I was 12 years old with my stepfather, and literally just felt so uncomfortable to take my shirt off and to even just reveal my body because I just felt like disgusting about myself. I felt genuinely like this awkwardness and this hatred toward myself because I didn't like who I looked like. I hated who I was, which my self-image was so fucked up, bro. Especially when I wanted to attract women because I just didn't feel loved. I didn't feel good enough to even enter a relationship because of that thing. And this eating disorder has carried through even through 2020, the pandemic, or during that time when we were in isolation. All I could really do was just be with myself and eat. And I still didn't feel good about myself, where I still continue to do the thing. And if you're someone right now who's going through a hard time with a strong lack of self-worth and a really bad self-image about yourself because there's parts of yourself that you are feeling that unloved toward, please know that it is okay. It is okay to feel certain things by yourself, but please do not do anything that's harmful to yourself, and please do not do anything that can inflict self-harm. I just want to let you know that you are not alone for whatever issue you are facing currently, and whether it's ongoing or not. For one thing, I do recommend seeking professional help, maybe even a therapist, but also to really be honest with yourself in a sense where you ask yourself, are these beliefs about me true? Because these thoughts are mainly inflicted by ourselves. And even our past traumas, our past wounds that we are carrying, that we just bring to the surface thinking that it's true, that it's something that defines who we are. And the thing is, it doesn't define who you are at all, bro. Whether it's a belief you grew up from parents or society has told you, whether it's what you experienced and you thought it to be something that's true, which is most likely not, is you have to realize that this baggage you're carrying around, or this thing that is really destroying you, is something that you need to let go of. And it's through this self-love that you have to start to do by doing things, by changing habits, by seeing the things that you're doing for what they are, and to not judge them, but to try to change the way you look at it and start to change the ways you do things so you can become better and become that person you want to be, where you are loving yourself instead of feeling this extreme lack of shit toward yourself like I did. And I'm being completely honest because I legitimately didn't love myself. I would even just have this disorder, this issue, going to parties, to friends' houses, to anywhere, to restaurants, events, and I would still feel shitty after even eating food and, doing that thing you already know I'm talking about, which was really destroying, one, my confidence, two, my health, and just anything about myself, which wasn't good, which I had to seek one-time professional help for. So please, if you found this video, that you are not alone. Whatever you are going through, whatever struggle you are going through, even if you're alone and you feel like no one cares about you, people in the world do, even if you don't see it. Please today, wherever you are, is to get a journal and write down your thoughts about how you are right now. And I want you to just be completely honest about yourself and just write down how your life is going and what you want to do to fix it. And maybe write down some beliefs you've been thinking to yourself. And then write down, are they true? And if they are true, why so? And try to really change those thoughts. And if you need help with that, I made a free cognitive reframing PDF that you can use anytime you want. And also in the comments down below, write down anything that you are currently struggling through in life that you feel like is hard, and I will read it. So if you watch this video to the very end, I want to say thanks for listening. And if you are going through anything hard, seek help wherever it is. And to know you're not alone, whatever struggle you are going through, whether it's mental, financial, whatever you're dealing with. Until next time, peace. Thanks, my friend.